Jurassic World, 2015, is a film that walks a fascinating tightrope between homage and reinvention, between spectacle and subtle commentary, between blockbuster thrills and human folly. Directed by Colin Trevorrow, and functioning both as a direct sequel and soft reboot of the iconic 1993 Jurassic Park, the movie arrives with massive expectations, the weight of a beloved franchise on its genetically engineered shoulders. With a runtime packed with action, nostalgia, and ethical dilemmas, Jurassic World reopens the gates to a universe that still manages to feel fresh, dangerous, and uncomfortably plausible. The story begins with a bold premise. John Hammond's dream of a dinosaur-themed park has finally been realized, and it's thriving. The world no longer marvels at dinosaurs the way they did 2 decades ago. Much like modern tourists demanding new thrills at amusement parks or more outrageous features on their smartphones, the patrons of Jurassic World want more excitement, more danger, and more teeth. That demand leads InGen scientists, led by Dr. Henry Wu, a returning BD Wong, to create a new hybrid dinosaur, the Indominus Rex, a genetically spliced predator that is part Tyrannosaurus, part Velociraptor, and part who knows what else. It's bigger, smarter, and crueler than anything that's come before. A monster designed to impress crowds, but inevitably breaks free. The core of the film follows Claire Dearing, Bryce Dallas Howard, the operations manager of Jurassic World, and Owen Grady, Chris Pratt, a former Navy man and Velociraptor trainer, as they race to contain the chaos unleashed by Indominus Rex. Alongside them are Claire's nephews, Gray and Zach, who arrive just in time for everything to go horribly wrong. Their journey through the park, from gyrosphere rides to the jungle's blood-soaked heart, offers a front-row seat to the catastrophic results of human ambition unchecked. Chris Pratt, as Owen, brings a grounded presence to the film. He's a character archetype reminiscent of Alan Grant, someone who respects the primal force of dinosaurs rather than seeing them as commercial attractions. He has a quiet but undeniable chemistry with Claire, even as the film plays with their opposites-attract dynamic. Bryce Dallas Howard's character is initially painted as a corporate cog obsessed with visitor metrics and stockholder satisfaction, but she evolves considerably throughout the movie. Her transformation from high-heeled park manager to fearless protector is symbolic of the broader theme, the stripping away of artificiality in the face of primal reality. While some critics found her character arc problematic or unrealistic, there is something compelling in her shift from detached control to messy, engaged survival. The film doesn't shy away from its roots. The musical motifs composed by John Williams make nostalgic appearances, and there are visual callbacks throughout. The tattered banner from the first movie, the visitor center ruins overgrown with jungle, the use of flares to distract the T-Rex, and even Mr. DNA popping up on the screen. But rather than relying solely on these references, the film builds its own identity. It acknowledges that the world has changed, the public's sense of wonder has dulled, and corporate greed has only intensified. The park now has corporate sponsors for every attraction. There's the Samsung Innovation Center, a Margaritaville, and a Gentle Giant's petting zoo, where children can ride baby Triceratops. It's capitalism at its gaudiest, and it's only fitting that such a hubris-filled setting becomes the stage for nature to once again remind humanity who's boss. The special effects in Jurassic World are, for the most part, dazzling. The dinosaurs are rendered with breathtaking detail, and the action sequences are polished and tense. Indominus Rex is a terrifying antagonist, not just because of her size and power, but because she represents the fusion of nature and human meddling taken too far. She doesn't kill to eat. She kills for sport. Her unpredictable behavior keeps the characters, and the audience, constantly on edge. One standout scene involves a sequence in the aviary, where pterosaurs escape and descend on park guests like a flock of prehistoric reapers. The resulting chaos is both exhilarating and disturbing, especially in its portrayal of how quickly entertainment can turn into horror. Another significant subplot involves Owen's relationship with his trained velociraptors, Blue, Delta, Echo, and Charlie. Their dynamic adds an emotional layer to the film and raises interesting questions about the line between animal training and exploitation. Are these creatures loyal, domesticated, or just temporarily cooperative until instincts take over? The answer isn't clear, and the movie wisely avoids giving a definitive one. Their eventual confrontation with Indominus Rex, herself part raptor, becomes a pivotal moment that illustrates the tension between artificial control and biological autonomy. What sets Jurassic World apart from being merely a mindless action film, is its thematic depth. It questions the ethics of genetic engineering, the commodification of life, and the dangers of a culture obsessed with bigger, louder, faster experiences. It criticizes our desensitization to wonder, our hunger for spectacle, and the corporate machinery that feeds it. There's a powerful scene in which a dying Apatosaurus lies on the jungle floor, her massive body riddled with claw marks from Indominus. It's not just a moment of pathos. It's a reminder that these creatures, even the lab-grown ones, deserve dignity. Owen gently comforts her as she takes her last breath, and for a moment, the film steps away from CGI grandeur and reconnects with the emotional core that made the original Jurassic Park so timeless. Of course, Jurassic World isn't perfect. The script at times veers into cliché, and some characters feel underdeveloped. The militarization subplot involving InGen's plan to use raptors as weapons, spearheaded by Vincent D'Onofrio's character Hoskins, feels slightly cartoonish, though it does feed into the broader commentary on how humanity tries to harness power it doesn't fully understand. The film's gender dynamics, particularly Claire's portrayal, sparked debate, especially regarding her wardrobe choices during life-or-death situations. But these criticisms, while valid, don't derail the overall impact of the movie. They serve as entry points into larger discussions that any good piece of art should provoke. What truly makes Jurassic World compelling is its self-awareness. It knows it is part of a franchise born from a cautionary tale about playing God, and it leans into that legacy while also exploring how such lessons have been commodified. The park in the movie mirrors the movie itself, a high-budget attempt to recapture the magic of the original. And just like the park, it nearly collapses under its own ambition. But unlike the park, the film survives and even thrives because it balances action with intelligence, nostalgia with originality, and fear with wonder. The climax of the movie, where the T-Rex and raptors team up to take down Indominus Rex, is a pure crowd pleaser. It could have felt contrived, but it doesn't. It feels earned. The final moments, with the mighty T-Rex surveying his kingdom from the heights of Isla Nublar, evoke a strange satisfaction, a return to the natural order, even if temporarily. Humanity once again retreats, bruised and humbled, and nature reclaims its space. Ultimately, Jurassic World is more than just a sequel. It's a commentary on our changing relationship with nature, spectacle, and control. It is, at its core, a reminder that wonder and terror are two sides of the same coin, and that no matter how far science advances, it can never truly domesticate the wildness of life. It tells us that the past is not something to be resurrected and monetized, but something to be respected and learned from. And it does all of this while still being a wildly entertaining thrill ride. Whether you see it as a cautionary tale, a popcorn blockbuster, or a nostalgic journey, Jurassic World earns its place in cinematic history by daring to roar in a world that had almost forgotten how loud dinosaurs can be.